Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Lot to Learn. So today I'm going to show you how to configure a CICD pipeline to deploy one Java Spring Boot application on top of Kubernetes. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a Docker image of the Java application, how to build the Java application using Maven, and then how to deploy that into a Kubernetes cluster. So I have already set up the Kubernetes cluster on DigitalOcean platform, and also I have set up my Jenkins. So here the Jenkins which I'm going to use, that is a CloudBees Core. So there is a difference between Jenkins open source version and the CloudBees Core. So there are many other plugins as well as features in the CloudBees Core. So I will create a different video to describe about the CloudBees Core tool. So today I'm just going to show you a basic understanding of a CI/CD pipeline, how to deploy a Java Spring Boot application on top of Kubernetes as a containerized. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so before we start with building the pipeline, so I just want to give you a brief description on CloudBees Core. So CloudBees Core is an enterprise version of Jenkins. So it basically uses a Jenkins, and we can build our pipelines, we can deploy our application as we do in Jenkins. So CloudBees Core provide us a lot of other features on top of Jenkins, which I'll come up with a new video to describe the new or the different features in CloudBees Core. But here I just wanted to show you how CloudBees Core works. So CloudBees Core is a fully featured cloud-native CD solution that can be hosted on-premise or in the public cloud. It provides a shared, centrally managed self-service experience for all your development teams. So CloudBees Core on modern cloud platform is designed to run on Kubernetes. It is also built to run on a traditional platform, which can be developed, which can be deployed on a on-premise installations as well. So this is a basic architecture of CloudBees Core. So we have CloudBees Operation Center. So that's the main master node, which basically manages all the client master nodes. So the CloudBees operation is the main node, which implies all the security updates. Even you can restrict your libraries as well as your plugins for different masters, and these masters are basically assigned to each of the projects. So each project will be using various masters, and they will have their own agents as well. So masters are the same as we use in Jenkins, but the CloudBees Core Operation Center is the one which basically manages all the masters. So if you want to push any particular configuration, or even you want to push patches, or maybe you want to restrict each of the project with some of the plugins, you can do from the CloudBees Operation Center. But the masters are the one where you actually create the pipelines, and the agents are the one where you run the pipelines, run the scripts to deploy, build, and deliver the application. So this is how the CloudBees Core works. So I have already installed the CloudBees Core on top of AWS infrastructure. So I have one CloudBees cluster operation center, and as well as one CloudBees client master. So this is a cluster operation center, and this is the CloudBees cluster. Okay. So if we want to access the CloudBees cluster operation center, we have to go and open the URL with 8888. So if we do so, we will get our CloudBees Operation Center. So here, this is the CloudBees Core Operation Center. So you can see I have one master node, so this is the master node. So you can click your master node from here, it will redirect you to the master page. And if you want to add a new master, you can basically enter your master name, maybe master02, and you can add that as a client master, and you can click OK on that. Yeah, so it will basically provide you one configuration which you can update in the master node, and you can update the master node and put it into the CloudBees Core operation center. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because I have only one single master and it is already configured. So this is the CloudBees Core operation center looks like. I will also create another video to describe the CloudBees Core operation center features as well as the operation you can do from here. Also, I will create another video to install the CloudBees Core operation center as well as the master and how to configure the whole infrastructure for this platform. So in this video, I'm just going to show you how to create a basic CI/CD pipeline. And to do that, let me go and log into the master node. So this is the master node IP. So if I go here and if I click on that, open this URL 8080. This is the one, it's the master node. So as you can see, the master node looks like the normal Jenkins. So here you can click on new item and create your pipelines. Okay. So before we go with that, let me just open GitHub and create a repository. Okay, so I have one repository already created where I have my application code. So this is a Java application code which I have in this repository. So as you can see, this is the code I have. Okay, coming back to source folder, here you can see I have a Java code here, so which I will build and create a Docker image and push it to Docker Hub, and then we can deploy that into our Kubernetes cluster. So the Kubernetes cluster is actually running in my DigitalOcean cloud. Okay, so let me just go ahead and clone this. Okay. Okay, so let me just clone this registry. As you can see, I have this application code here, and now let us create the Jenkins file. So here we are going with the declarative Jenkins pipeline. So to do so, I have to create a Jenkins file. Now let me go and open VS Code. Let me just open one folder here. Okay, this is our repository, the local one. As you can see, the application folder is already present here. So I'm just going to create one Jenkins file in this root. Let's create the Jenkins file. Let's name it. It should be under the root directory. This file. Okay, so here we can create Jenkins file now. So what we will do is basically we will create a Jenkins file. We can update the Jenkins file in the Jenkins CI/CD pipeline, and it will automatically fetch this file, and based on the syntax or based on the Jenkins file pipeline, it will basically run and execute all the commands, and it will build the application, create a Docker image, and deploy it on top of Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so let's go with creating the pipeline. Okay, it will basically go and create one pipeline directly for you, but I don't want that. So let me just create it now again. Pipeline. And okay, so now okay, agent. So I don't want to mention any one single agent here, because I'm going to use Docker as my agent, as well as I'm going to use my node, the master node, as the same agent here. So let me just put it agent as none at this point of time. Then let me create a stage here. Okay, stages. Let's see, create the stage here, and the stage name is it's Maven. So Maven test. So I just want to do a Maven test in my application. So here I want to mention the agent. So which agent I'm going to use here? That is Docker, as I mentioned earlier. I need to mention the image of which I'm going to use as a Docker container and build the image. So that would be, I don't know, it's my personal image. So say it's JDK -NVM Jenkins agent 2. Okay, let's mention args as well. So that would be I entry point equals to nothing. I don't want to mention any entry point here. Okay, so that's the agent part. Now the steps, the actual steps I'm gonna perform inside the Docker image. So let's go with sh. Okay, let's put the bash commands here. Just want to go to inside the application folder in the local repository, which will be downloaded using the Jenkins file. Then I just want to perform mvn test. Okay, so this is one step. Next stage is building the application. So Maven install, or installing the application probably. Okay, and let's mention what would be the agent here. So the agent would be again Docker, and the image. I don't mention image state here. Let me just copy it from here. Because I want to use the same image here. So the agent part is completed. Now steps I want to use sh as my plugin. Let's see, let me just mention what would be, so what would be the commands to build the application. So cd application, and then mvn clean install. So this command will basically create the jar file for us, and which we can use to upload into the artifact. Now here I'm basically using Minayo as a artifactory server or the storage. So Minayo is just an object storage, as we have like S3 in case of AWS. So Minayo is just a object storage where I will push the image to the Minayo server. So this will create the jar file, and the next is stage. The next stage is upload artifact. Okay, so let's see how this will work. So here again I'm going to use agent as Docker. So let me just copy it from here. Okay, great. So the agent part is completed. Now I want to mention the steps to upload the artifacts. To server. Next one will be Sage. CD application target. So this is the path where the jar file will be stored after the Maven clean install command. I have already configured the Docker image, the custom Docker image, the JDK MVN Jenkins agent 0.2. I have already created one command for Minayo upload, and the bucket is also created. So artifacts, then jar file name, jar, and the Minayo server IP address or the name. So I'm just going to put the IP address here. Okay, so this will upload the jar file into the Minayo server. Okay, let's see. Now the next stage is building the Docker image. So stage Docker build push, and in this I am going to get the artifact into the local server, build a Docker image, push it to the registry, and yeah, so that's the steps I'm going to perform in this particular stage. So again, agent, I'm going to mention here label AWS. So I have already configured my agent which is having a label AWS. So in that particular agent it will run these commands which I'm going to mention after this. So here I'm not going to use the Docker because here I'm going to build the Docker image, so I'm not going to use the Docker container because I cannot build a Docker image inside a Docker container. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to download the artifact from the Minayo server and build that in my local server, and then I'm going to upload and push it to the Docker registry. Okay, so let's see. This is the agent part, and the next one is the step. Okay, steps which I'm going to mention here is like first I'm going to echo that what I'm going to do here. So I'm downloading the artifacts, and building the Docker image and pushing it to the container registry. That would be Docker Hub for me at this point of time. If you have separate Docker registry, you can mention that here. Okay, let's now write all the commands to build the Docker image. First downloading the jar file and then building the Docker image. So cd application and then Minayo download. Again, this particular command is already created inside the Docker, inside the agent. So I'm going to mention the bucket name and then the file name, that will be kno java jar file which is there in the artifact after this particular stage. Okay, so I'm going to download that and I'm going to mention my Vinayo server IP address. Okay, and then Docker build -t keynote app latest, and then I'm going to tag that image once it is built with Docker tag keynote app latest. So, keynote latest, and then Docker push this particular image. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do to build the Docker image and push it to the registry. Now the next part is to deploy that into the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, deploy Kubernetes. Let's see how we can do it. So agent would be same here. So label AWS, then steps, so deploying application on Kubernetes. Sage. Okay, let me go to the application folder and then cube folder. So as you can see here in my application folder, I have a cube folder where I have my Kubernetes deployment files. So I'm going to use that and kubectl -f. Then first I'm going to deploy the MongoDB. So the MongoDB will be deployed here, and then kubectl create -f, or we can mention apply here, -f keynote, check the file name, it's keynote.yaml file, and yeah, that will basically deploy the application on top of Kubernetes. Okay, so let's see what is here. So I have a deployment part of the application, as well as I have my service configured here. Similarly, I have the same thing for the MongoDB. So I'm creating position volume, and then even I'm creating a service as well as the deployment for the MongoDB. Here I need to change one particular thing here, because in my Kubernetes cluster I have said that the minimum the storage amount which I can use, that would be more than 1 GB. So I'm just going to mention here 2 gig here. Just comment this change here. Okay, so that will work at this point of time. Okay, let me go back to the Jenkins file here, and this looks fine. Okay, so let me just save it, commit this change here, loaded the Jenkins file. Let me push it to the registry. So if I push it to the registry, now if you go and check, okay, I need to perform a git pull first, because just now I have changed that PVC for the MongoDB. So let me just pull. and then let's push the Jenkins file. This will work. Let's see. Okay, it worked. Now let's refresh this. And if I go to the web CICD, as you can see, the Jenkins file has been uploaded here. Okay, so this is how you create the Jenkins file. The next, I will deploy and I will configure this pipeline in Jenkins or in the CloudBees Core client master, and then we'll deploy this application on top of Kubernetes. Go to developer settings, personal access token. So you can generate a new access token, and if you have access token already in your computer, you can use that definitely. But I'm going to use a new token here, so let's put this here. Java CloudBees Core token. Okay. Let me just give access to the repo, read packages, and okay, and you can select your scopes here. You can definitely do that from here, but right now I'm just going to select because I just wanted the pipeline to work. Okay, I think that will work. Let's generate the token, and this is the token got generated. So let's just go and keep it somewhere safe. So let's put it into a text edit file and the document. Let's put it here. So this is my token here. So let's go back to Jenkins, and so now we have to add one credential here. So let's go with username and password. So username, password would be the token which we have generated here. Let's just put GitHub user credential, GitHub user credential token for Java Spring application, and let's add that and use that here. So okay, and we are using one single branch, that's the master, and the script file name would be Jenkins, because as you can see here, okay, in my repository you can see, okay, as you can see in the repository, the file name which provides the declarative pipeline, that is Jenkins file. So I'm going to mention Jenkins file here. So let's apply it, save it. Now let's go and build it. So my pipeline is created. It's going to fetch the Jenkins file and get the details, and it will start building it. Okay, so seems to be some problem here. Let's see what is the problem. Maven test. Okay, we have a syntax here. So let's go and modify that. Okay, so that was the problem here. Save it, commit that again. Fixed. Let's push it back. Once it is done, we are good to execute the project again. Okay, let's build now. Seems to be some problem again. Okay, I think there is some problem with this label here. Let's give some space. Probably that would be some issue in this case. Okay, this all are looking fine here. Let's push it back. Fixed Jenkins file here. Let's push it back to the repository. Once it is pushed, we are good to build that project again. Let's see if it works this time. No, it doesn't work. Okay, let's try to build it again. Seems some problem. Stage, then agent. That seems okay. Steps, and this is closing here, and stages, pipeline. Okay. Okay, sorry. So this is the problem. So we don't have to mention a colon here. That was my mistake. Let's go and go back to Jenkins and let's execute the pipeline. Hopefully it works this time. Let's see. It has not. Okay, I forgot to commit this. Let's push it back to the GitHub registry. Sorry, GitHub repository, and let's build it again. Hopefully it will work this time. Okay. Okay, it is working now. Okay, so the application has been deployed on top of Kubernetes cluster. So let's go to Kubernetes cluster and let's see whether it has deployed or not. So I have configured my kubectl in this particular CloudBees Core client master itself, but my cluster is actually running on the DigitalOcean as I mentioned earlier. So let's see. So this is a cluster with 4 nodes, and if I go and see the pods, so as you can see, my pods has been deployed. So this is the K node and this is the MongoDB. So you see the services. So the K node and MongoDB services are also created right now. This is how you can deploy it. So if we go and try to access this application, port 8080. Okay, let's see. So as you can see, the application is now up and running. This is just a sample application. If I just go and put one file here and just mention like lot to learn logo and just publish it. Okay, let's go and select one file again. Probably I need to upload it here, and then this is the logo of lot to learn YouTube channel. And if we go and publish it, you can see if the logo is coming. So this is just a sample application. So now, as you can see, the application has been deployed on top of Kubernetes cluster. I got an app. I even got one external IP, and my pods are also up and running. So this is how you deploy one Kubernetes application or a Java application on top of Kubernetes using CICD. So the next one, I will show you how to deploy this whole CloudBees Core platform, and also I will show you the features or the specific features of CloudBees Core. Till then, thank you very much for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Without you